What's up, guys? It is Marco here, back at you guys with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about exactly how you can apply to jobs using LinkedIn and how do you utilize the platform to get a better job in 2020 and moving forward. Let's get right into it.
Here we are in the LinkedIn website. Here's my dashboard, and this is my profile image here. And today we're going to talk about the different components of LinkedIn and how you can utilize it for your fullest potential so you can get a job and new opportunities on LinkedIn. So first things first, LinkedIn is massive, period. It is massive. It's owned by Microsoft. It's a professional network, and it's tailored towards showcasing skills and how you can help someone else with your service. That's how I define LinkedIn. You can define it as you will, but at the end of the day, it's not a spammy place to send, like your personal images or anything like it. It's a place for you to share your skills professionally. And so we'll get into some of the things you can do to gain recognition and ultimately connect with people and be able to build your network and get more job opportunities. So LinkedIn's almost like your virtual resume. Of course, you still want a tangible resume, but at the end of the day, it's very important just to understand that your LinkedIn is not at all, but you can utilize it to its fullest potential. And a lot of employers are on LinkedIn, in fact. And what I've started to notice is if you're filling out an application, people are asking for the LinkedIn URL because it's so important nowadays. And if you don't have one, they won't even offer you the opportunity to work there because you don't have the LinkedIn. It's not discrimination. It's just you're not up to their standards. And so let's say, for example, you're filling out the application form and it asks for your link. Go ahead and create a LinkedIn profile. You'll have a bigger chance and a bigger opportunity to be able to get that job. Plus, if you're on LinkedIn, it has its own job application form. So it's a great platform. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is your privacy settings. So if we click on your avatar, I don't know, I went too quick there, but if you click on your avatar and you go down to where it says settings and privacy, once you click on that, on the left-hand bar, go to data privacy. And what we're going to want to do from this section is scroll down to where it says job seeking preferences. And so from this section, what you're able to do is really update and optimize your profile to its best potential. So right here, like we can click on this and we can change your job application settings. And so we're able to add different resumes. We're able to add different verification information. I'm going to go back, and right here, which is very important, is you can share your profile when you click apply. So we'll kind of show you exactly what applying to a job on LinkedIn looks like, but make sure these are all turned on and just optimize your privacy settings to as you will. This is how you navigate it, left-hand side down to data privacy, and you'll be able to find it right under job seeking preferences. Okay, perfect. Moving on. Next step is to optimize your LinkedIn profile. So if we go to our profile again, we're going to go from top down and really optimize your LinkedIn profile so you can have the best reach possible and ultimately be able to get the most job opportunities. So first things first, make sure you have a really good profile image. This isn't very good, by the way. Don't judge me. I actually have a scheduled studio for getting a photography done, but make sure you get a professional image up there. And if you have something temporarily, do it. It's better than not having anything. But click right here. I wouldn't worry too much about this back banner yet, but click right there. Update your first and last name with your heading line, your headline. Go ahead and add, like, let's say, for example, you're a CMO and you lost your job and you're looking for another CMO opportunity. Put whatever you're looking for. So looking for, job position right now. Like, put something like this. This stands out because I'll show you exactly what I mean. And basically, when people are able to see your headline, if your headline's not catchy, then you're ultimately not going to get a higher click-through rate. I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. Another very important factor here is just being able to fill in as much information as you can. Like, for example, on this one here, we're able to add the different websites that we manage and operate and showcase the company profile and those types of things. But let's say you have a virtual resume or you have a website portfolio. Go ahead and add it there. People are going to be able to navigate to this and click on. They like reading more about the person before they hire the person. So make sure you do that. scrolling down, your about section is very important because this is ultimately what people are going to read. It's almost like an introduction to this person. So with mine, obviously mine is tailored towards, selling the service of marketing and offer, telling everybody what we offer, what's our core service, what we do, how we provide value. And what you could put here is exactly what you're looking for, your past experiences. Don't just have one big, paragraph here. Keep it concise and group it in chunks like this. When you group it in chunks, it definitely gets a higher read percentage. Of course, you can't really see them, but it's just general psychology. But then, of course, have your contact information at the bottom as well. That's going to be very important. You can edit that just right there. We'll talk more about what featured is, but at the end of the day, basically on the featured, you can showcase recent posts, articles, links, or media uploads. And so for me, I'm just showcasing a website we built recently. But like for you, of course, you could feature maybe a post about your past job or something interesting that's getting a lot of engagement. And so this has 6 likes, and basically be able to share it because anyone that views your profile is going to be automatically, like, they can't scroll down before they see that, So let's keep going here. Your experience, this is very important. I can't stress this enough. If you worked at Apple, for example, you lost your job at Apple or you quit, you want a better job, right? You essentially would just put your experience in here. So since I'm the lead and our marketer at Gear Sustain, like, that's my job position. Now, let's say you were, marketing specialist, put that. Or let's say you were, engineer, some sort of engineer, project engineer. Whatever it is, make sure you optimize your profile to where it shows that. I'm not going to spend too much time in here since it's pretty self-explanatory, but fill everything in. Of course, don't be biased. Just have as much content as you can in here because the more experience you have, the more, the paragraphs that you put below the text here you have, the more trustworthy and credibility you're going to build with that employer. Your education is very, very important. So let's say you went to a 4-year college, go ahead and add that. Specifically, or especially with, like healthcare jobs and jobs that require degrees, because if you don't have the extra validation, then of course they're not going to consider you for the job position. So depending on what, career path you're in, but licenses and certifications are very important as well. So as you can see here, like, we're Google My Business Local SEO certified as of April 2020. And this never expires. And basically this is just showcasing to potential people who are looking to buy our services that, we're credible. We have resources and we have the correct knowledge set to provide these services to you. Skills and endorsements. So what I would do is add different skills that you are, like, for example, for myself, SEO, digital marketing, Microsoft Office, research, pay-per-click. And I would, to be honest with you, I would be more specific than just like research. Like, be specific towards what you're trying to get. Like, if you're applying for a CMO job, potentially put leadership, management, those types of things, and obviously marketing and stuff like that. But just think outside the box when you're picking different skills, and ask all of your friends or as many people as that know you're good at those types of skills to endorse you. So what you can do is click on another profile and endorse them. I'll show you what that looks like, hopefully, after this. I can't stress this enough as a recommendation because I gave 5 recommendations. I've received 8. And these are essentially people telling your LinkedIn avatar, your LinkedIn profile that you're credible, you're a great guy, and you provide a lot of value in what you do. So this person, for example, says, Marco is a fantastic web developer, in-seasoned SEO professional. So these types of words on my account are pushing the narrative that I'm the best SEO person. Hire me because I'm, I have good reviews. There's no bad reviews. I have good recommendations. I have good, skills are being endorsed, and people are actually engaging with my content. So those types of things are really going to ring some bells in the decision maker's mind. So it works the same way with hiring. When an employer is looking at your profile, they're looking at these types of things. And if you're, from your previous job, even if it was like coworkers who left you a received recommendation, as long as it's good, it's gonna work for you rather than against you. So the next thing, that was all about optimizing your LinkedIn profile. I hope it wasn't too long. The next thing is to navigate the LinkedIn network. So your network, who you follow and who follows you, because this is very important. I have almost 2,000 followers, but in order to really, meet new people on LinkedIn, you got to relate to people. People don't just follow you because you clicked on connect. Like, you got to connect for a specific reason. So people you may know from Maricopa Community Colleges, where I went, these are people who went to that school and people you may have know of. But obviously, I don't know any of these people right off the top of my mind. But let's say you see someone. I'm just going to pick one, for example, because in the meantime, I really want to, just show you a few different things as to how you can utilize this. Like, if it's someone you kind of know a little bit and they relate to what you're doing, then go ahead and send them a follow. But I'll show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to click on this one, for example. So this guy looks like he's from Rio Vista, California, business development, project management. Looks like corporate relations director. All this content, he went to school there. He's a 4.0 student. So this is exactly how I would connect. I would click on connect. I would click add a note. Never send a connection without adding a note. And so what I mean by adding a note, when I'm in this section here, what I can do is say, hey, Mark, comma, enter. Make sure you format this, of course. I would type in, I saw, we both attended Maricopa Community Colleges. Like something very, very simple like that, right? And I thought we'd connect. Let's connect, and then go ahead and put your name. So a prime example, of course I'm not seeking a job, but a prime example would just be relate. They will never follow you back unless you relate to them. There is spam on LinkedIn, believe it or not. So you want to make sure you're able to relate to these people, build some sort of relationship online, and actually have a reasoning behind why you're connecting with them. So obviously this is a little bit bland. Perhaps you know them and you say, hey, look, I remember you from lunch, or I remember you from, there's no lunch at college, but I remember you from, biology class, or I remember you from whatever class. Those types of things go a long way because now you know them. They're in your network. You can ask them if they know anyone who has a job or who has job opportunities. Like, those types of things go a long way. So I'm not going to click on done, but you can go ahead and do that for your side and obviously do more research in that vertical. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the jobs feature. So up on the top, you navigate to the jobs. And what this is basically a job section. So I was testing it out a little bit for SEO and stuff like that. But let's say you're in Greater Phoenix area and you're looking for the prime example, a lot of people are nurses. We're just going to go ahead and search nurse. Like, you're trying to become a nurse, or you are a nurse and you're looking for a nursing opportunity. So first things first, I'm not going to go too in depth as to the different jobs here because it's pretty self-explanatory, but I want to explain the process a little bit. So you have a job, it's offered by Alliance Health Care Services. This is in Phoenix, Arizona. And what I want to do actually real quick is kind of go down the line and see if there's an example that I want to show you. Yeah, perfect, right here. So nurse practitioner by Signify Health, Phoenix, Arizona. This was posted 2 days ago. It was posted by Eddie Evans. If you really want, this is the trick. If you really want to get this job, what you want to do is go to LinkedIn.com, find this specific employer, and mind you, you're not going to have 100% open rate on this, but this is a lot better than just applying to the job, So we see he's a healthcare recruiter at this healthcare organization. And it's a big company, but he's the one who posted this job. So if you have LinkedIn Premium, which Sales Navigator, I teach you a little bit more about Sales Navigator. You can click the link below, or else it's going to pop up on your screen there. Click that, watch it after this one, save it and watch it, and you'll learn a lot about LinkedIn Premium, what it has to offer, and how you can actually utilize that to get jobs as well. And just a whole tutorial on how to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It's pretty expensive, but in my opinion, I think it's worth it. depending on your circumstance. But yeah, now that we got Eddie pulled up, we have the nurse job, we have the listing. Obviously, considering you read through this whole entire thing and you agree with everything, it makes sense. You watch the employer video from the CEO, Kyle Armbrester. If it's not as big as a company, you could follow the CEO as well, or some of the leadership team. But this is a massive company. I wouldn't go as far, as doing that. But read through, you agree with everything. Go ahead and click on LinkedIn Easy Apply. And once you click on this, essentially they're going to get an update saying this guy is interested in your job. And, type in your email, type in your phone number, and go ahead and click on next. It's pretty self-explanatory from here out, but I don't want them to get notifications saying I'm interested in the job. But at the end of the day, go ahead and fill out your application to the best possible. And once you're over here with this guy, again, go through the process over here. Click on more. And if you can never see the connect, it's sometimes hidden, but click on more and connect. I'm not going to click on connect because I don't want to connect with this guy. But at the end of the day, he posted it. Connect and type a message like, hey, look, I saw the job offer. I really want it. I read through it. Relate to something within the job offer so he knows you read the description. And then say, hey, look, I'd love to talk more. And with that quick call to action, it's almost guaranteed. If he sees your application, he sees that you followed him personally on LinkedIn, and possibly you went as far to emailing him. If you can track his email, I don't want to go too far into this, but you can find these guys' emails sometimes, usually they have them in this contact section. But what I would do actually is, try find his email. Just click that and scroll down. And if you can't find it, then no problem. But try find it by a quick Google search. And sometimes they have it in the contact section. But go as far as many places as possible to reach out to this guy, just so he knows that you're interested and that you read the job application. Because the more vested you are in getting that job, the more likely he's really going to move forward with your application, at least get an interview. It's almost guaranteed you're going to get an interview. So that's the job posting section. And the ones that say easy apply, by the way, are jobs that you can apply straight on LinkedIn. So for example, this one you have to apply and it brings you to an external website to apply. So I would obviously if it's a specific job, then apply to either way. But the ones with LinkedIn apply, it's a lot easier. It stays on the platform and all that good stuff. A few additional tips, that kind of wraps up what we had to talk about, but a few additional tips would be utilizing posting. So let's say you're looking for a specific job opportunity. You're able to post on here, hey, look, I'm looking for opportunities. Does anyone in my network, have any, first or second degree connections that you could, possibly connect me, or you're someone in my network who's employing, because obviously you have networks who are relevant to your industry. So utilize this posting section. It's pretty important. I've seen a lot of power in that back a while ago. I'm not going to find it right now, but I posted something about looking for new job opportunities, and just absolutely blew up. People are posting that like crazy because they find it very important that all of their networks have jobs and they're not just left out hanging. So yeah, your LinkedIn connections will take care of you, but that takes initial networks to be able to see them. And the last thing I want to talk about is utilizing the article. So if you click right here, write an article. And let's say you write an article, this is a great example. I was thinking about doing this before for my company, but how I got, 10 leads, a day for, a roofing company. Because what I'm targeting here, it's the same idea. If you again, we'll go back to the nursing one. How I helped, Honor Health in Phoenix as a nurse practitioner, and you put that in there and you write an article on it. I can almost guarantee you from your year or two of experience, you have a lot to say. Add photos, add everything you got, and have a call to action, looking for opportunities. I promise you, people are going to read this, people are going to interact with your content. And I actually have a video, it's linked in the description below, but also it might pop up on the screen here. It's basically, a post update versus an article, what exactly they are, and I go a little bit more in depth how to utilize those each ones. But again, you can find some value, but I would go to this article thing last, during your job application process, if you will. So just to rephrase everything, number 1 is privacy settings, which is up here in the avatar. Number 2 is optimizing your profile, which this is the page here. Number 3 is networks. Who's all in your network. Connect with new people. Connect with people in your relevant space. Number 4 is job positions. So the job platform here, we're able to search for different jobs. And number 5 is post yourself. And number 6 is utilizing articles. Again, I'll link those in the description. Make sure you check out those articles. And with that being said, that concludes our video. For those who don't know who I am, since it was a little bit off topic, I am the owner, or I'm the lead internet marketer at Intricate Digital Marketing. We do marketing for local small business owners, and we offer SEO, advertising, SEO, PPC. So if you're in the relevant space and there's anyone looking for that, or perhaps it's yourself, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And for the heck of it, why not search my name on LinkedIn, follow me, give me a connection, send me some tips, or send me some questions. I'll for sure be able to answer those to the best of my ability. Also, if you have any questions, put in the comment section below. If you found value in this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.